Hello everybody, it's Q&A again. It's been so much time since the two of us did it in the same room and place and country.
That's true. It's been like 2.5 months. Alright, let's get started. How's your burger hat?
Have you ever considered making a bit less videos, but better ones?
What are you saying?
But to be serious, the struggle of daily vlogging takes a toll on the quality, of course. The most difficult part is when we have to finish a video and we want it to be really good, but then we have to think about recording the following day and everything. So, to answer your question seriously, yes.
It's been a topic that's come up.
How did Kasia feel the first time she had to leave US?
First time I traveled outside of the US, I was a baby, so I have no idea. The first time I left the US to live somewhere, I was excited as fuck. I was going to Brazil. I was going to college on steroids, basically. I was ecstatic. My gosh.
I don't remember my first time being abroad. I think it was a trip to Germany with my parents. I was like 10, maybe. The first time I caught a plane, it was to Amsterdam. It was like a business trip for a press event for a PlayStation game.
What about to go live abroad?
Well, I never made the conscious mental decision of living abroad. This thing here kind of just happened.
Boring answer. Lazy again? Yeah.
Funny you should ask. Typical things to be given as a gift in Japan.
Omiyage. So there's an omiyage culture, which we've mentioned before, and a typical thing are snacks. So pre-packaged or individual snacks that come in a box, or cookies. Food items that you can share in your office type of thing is very common.
Do you plan next special video series similar to Seoul and Poland?
We don't have a concrete plan, but we do definitely plan to do something like that again. Our lives aren't really structured.
I would like to keep doing this like we did it. I'd go to a country for at least a month and just... Could you recommend any books about management culture in Japan? I have 2 books worth recommending. They're not specifically about management culture, but they're about Japanese mind, hence the title, The Japanese Mind, and they're about Japanese keywords, code words. So Japanese code words. Both very good, very interesting.
What do you mean code words? I don't understand.
It's, so a chapter would be Kao ga hiroi, having a wide face.
Oh,
and
so
there's explanations of concepts present in Japanese culture, and there's a lot of business-related things in both of these books. It's really interesting. If you guys are into Japan on a more advanced level, this is the stuff.
Is Kasia really that nice in real life?
How nice do you...
What are we basing the niceness on?
What is the expected level of being nice from Kasia? Well, she is nice. I don't know if...
I think I'm very nice.
I don't know if she's really that nice, but she's nice.
I'm as nice as you think I am in real life. Probably.
Am I nice?
Stuff. You're okay.
I don't think I'm nice.
Yeah, you're not that nice.
What's trending in Japan right now?
Waka pies, Halloween, wide brim hats, and the H&M ball main. For females, these like wide pants. We clearly don't know that much about what's trending.
We might have to start going out more. Are motorcycles widely used in Japan? Or do people prefer bicycles? Well,
people definitely prefer bicycles. Motorcycles, don't see many of them. You see scooters sometimes, but definitely bicycle.
When somebody's going around for like fun on a motorcycle, it's more of a lifestyle choice rather than something practical, I think. You don't really use motorbikes to go around the city if it's not work related for you.
Yeah.
So there's like pimped out, super cool motorbikes in Harajuku area, Shibuya area, but these are like niche fandoms.
If you guys had to choose just one item of food that everyone on the planet, with the exception of yourselves, had to eat for the rest of their lives, what would you choose? This is hard because it doesn't involve you, right?
With the exception of us.
So would we torture people or no?
I would just think about what would sustain the human race the most.
Yeah.
Which would probably
like those
be
cockroach bars
like,
from that movie.
Like Soylent, right? Is the
yeah, Soylent. I guess Soylent would be the thing.
Like we'd have to think in superfood terms, like acai. In this scenario, would we be the only 2 people who can eat what they want?
Else? I think so.
That's pretty cool.
It's mean.
So the answer is Soylent, chocolate flavor, or strawberry.
You choose your own flavor.
Are Apple products cheaper in Japan? If you're asking about cheaper than Poland, then yes. They're about 20-30% cheaper, I think.
Cheaper than the US? Nope. They're
roughly the same price.
Or like $100 more, something like this.
It also depends on the currency exchange. When the dollar went up last year, there was a time that Japan had lower prices because they didn't have time to recalculate the pricings to the new dollar.
That's true.
But they do it with a delay of few weeks, I think. So, you know. Are you gonna go to Taiwan? I would love to.
I've been. I would go again. I had a fun time there.
Taiwan is very interesting to me. I have some Taiwanese friends here.
I'm really itching to go to Southeast Asia next, though.
So like Thailand, Vietnam.
Yeah. Cambodia and Laos are my top choice, but the internet's not so good there, so.
This is the problem with daily vlogging. You can't really go anywhere because you have to upload files. But, you know, maybe we'll have to sacrifice the daily part of the vlogging just to show you more interesting places. What impressed you the most when you first arrived in Tokyo? Overwhelming amount of everything.
I first lived in Nagoya, and then the first time I came to Tokyo was about a month or two into living in Japan. So the very first thing that impressed me was Shinjuku Station. It was full of people, full of signs, full of tracks, full of trains, and it was so impressive. On
a completely different level, I was very much impressed by the politeness of people here, or the customer service. So like when you go to a convenience store in Japan for the first time, this is a huge experience because everybody's like trying to service you the best they can. The most precious thing you've ever lost while traveling?
When I was in camp, when I was like 12 years old, my sister, and this wasn't my thing, but we all had an allowance for camp or whatever, and my sister had like $300 in a wallet that she dropped in a lake while we were canoeing, and that killed me. As a 12-year-old too, because for me the currency conversion was into zapikanki, and that was like 900 zapikanki at the bottom of a lake. But the most precious thing myself, and this is really stupid, the first thing that comes to mind is this one sweater that I lost in Peru by Machu Picchu. That was just so comforting, and like I loved traveling in it.
The thing that comes to mind for me is I had my wallet stolen in New York. I didn't have a lot of money there, but I had all my credit cards and my ID and just like lots of trouble. And to follow this up, the following day I was editing a video about like New York, and I spilled something on my laptop, and my laptop died. So it was a combo. Like one day the money, second day my tool.
I've been pretty lucky with traveling. I haven't had any bad situations like that, knock on wood.
Is going to the cinema rare in Japan? I can't remember any single episode about it. There was one. Since then I went to the cinema a few times. I go like once a month.
But it is rare in comparison to the US.
Well, in comparison to the US, but I guess in comparison to Poland, it's more or less the same. Like Poland's not a very movie-seeing country.
I used to go 2 to 4 times a month.
Well, the problem is that cinemas in Japan are super expensive. They're like $25 for a ticket, which is really ridiculous. And the cinemas aren't even that good.
Yeah, that was like my whole budget for the month of cinema going in the US.
Are you going to watch Star Wars? Of course.
There's a new one coming out? What do you think about YouTube Red? Will you guys be using it, or is it pointless for Google to implement?
I'm excited about that. I don't think this will benefit creators on our level, because we don't have that many people watching us to benefit from it, really. We could actually turn on donations on YouTube, now that I think about it. The Wagapais is like a Japanese channel, and in Poland you can't do it because YouTube doesn't support it in Poland, but since we're Japanese now, we can do it.
Give me your money.
This will be like our new feature. Now you can give us money.
Hi guys! Where in Brazil did you live, and what did you think in a foreign perspective about the life in Brazil? I loved life in Brazil. I love that in Brazil life comes first, work comes second. But at the same time I was amazed how the country continued to run, because it seemed like no one got to the working part. There's that joke that cariocas are people who live in Rio, and people from São Paulo are called paulistas, and paulistas say that cariocas will start working the day the Jesus statue starts clapping.
Jokesters, them.
Jokes. No, I like that joke though, because it did seem like that.
Is it difficult to actually get used to traveling or not really? I don't think I'm the right person to ask this question to.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not really a traveler. I wouldn't say I'm a traveler. I just go to places for some amounts of time, but I'm not like the adventurous traveler type of guy.
I don't think it's difficult. I think it's too exciting to think about it being difficult. I actually never understood that. We've gone over this. I just don't understand what's difficult about it. Like, you're putting yourself there because you want to be there, so you know you're going to face some challenges, and those should really be kind of exciting because you've wanted to do that.
I like the feeling of being in a new place and not having too many objects with you. Like, I like the clarity of this. Like, when I went to Seoul, I just took one backpack and I knew I had to get everything, so it kind of it helps you to reset your mindset. I think you own so many objects that you don't even remember the objects you own, like clothes, for example, right? You don't know how many pairs of socks you have for the most part, but when you do it like this style of traveling, then you actually think about it. Like, I have to get 5 pairs of socks.
I think another thing that makes traveling difficult for people is that they over-plan it or think that they have to have a lot of plans. I think a very good thing is to have a loose idea of what you want to do and then adjust according to things that happen there.
Remember to subscribe to our channel. This is the magical spell of subscription. If you do subscribe, we get motivated and we make better videos and more videos. And if you haven't seen our Halloween video, please do, because it's really cool. I'm happy with it.
And Halloween was really cool, and I'm very happy with it. Halloween was awesome.
We'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye.